What if I told you that a staggering 82% of vehicles never see the other side of 150,000 miles? Yet my own car has sailed past 500,000 miles without a single engine rebuild. And trust me, it wasn't luck or some magic formula. The real culprits that kill modern engines aren't time or mileage alone. They're the hidden maintenance mistakes that car makers quietly encourage while hoping you never learn the truth. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain completely. I'm sharing 17 battle-tested, data-supported, mechanic-verified habits that can easily push your vehicle well beyond 700,000 miles while keeping it running strong, quiet, and far more reliable than the factory ever planned. Whatever you do, pay extra attention to habit number 5. It's the single biggest reason people face catastrophic and insanely expensive failures. Let's get into it. Trick number 17. The 3,000-mile oil rule. That actually works. The 10,000-mile oil change recommendation in most owners' manuals looks great on paper, but it was written for perfect lab conditions and low-maintenance marketing, not real-life driving. Engines don't die from age. They die from oil that's lost its ability to protect metal surfaces long before that 10,000-mile mark. AA's independent testing showed that sticking to extended intervals can increase engine wear by up to 40%, especially for short-trip drivers, stop-and-go commuters, or those in extreme heat or dust. The proven fix? Change your oil every 3,000–5,000 miles, depending on your driving style and environment. In scorching places like Arizona or Florida, a slightly thicker synthetic like 5W30 holds up better against heat breakdown. In freezing winters like Minnesota or Canada, a thinner 0W20 flows instantly on cold starts, slashing dry start wear. Always pair high-quality synthetic oil with a fresh filter every time. This simple habit is the number-1 defense against timing chain stretch, bearing damage, sludge buildup, and early engine death. Trick number 16. The transmission fluid myth buster. Most people ignore transmission fluid until the gearbox starts slipping, shuddering, or refusing to shift. By then, the damage is usually irreversible. The lifetime fluid label is one of the biggest lies in the industry. Lifetime typically means until the warranty expires, not until 300,000 miles. Heat is the real enemy here. Automatic transmissions run hot, 175, 220 degrees C, and every 20 degrees means above normal cuts fluid life in half. Over 60% of transmission failures are caused by overheated, degraded fluid, not mechanical defects. The solution is straightforward. Drain and replace the ATF every 30,000–50,000 miles. Fresh fluid keeps clutches cool, seals supple, and shifts silky smooth. If you tow, drive in heavy traffic, or live in a hot climate, change it even sooner. It's the cheapest insurance against a $4,000–$6,000 rebuild. And if your fluid is already dark or neglected, avoid a full power flush. Do gentle drain and fills instead to prevent shocking old clutches. Trick number 15. Stop topping off your tank. You're slowly killing your evap system. That extra squeeze after the pump clicks off feels harmless, but it's one of the fastest ways to destroy your evaporative emission system. When you overfill, liquid fuel floods the charcoal canister, which is only designed to handle vapors. The charcoal breaks down, sends tiny particles into the lines and purge valves, and triggers rough, idling, hard starts, fuel odors, check engine lights, and repairs that can easily cost $500 to $200. The EPA has warned that topping off dramatically increases evap failures, especially in hot weather when fuel expands. Automakers won't cover this under warranty because it's considered driver error. The fix is dead simple. Stop the moment the pump clicks the first time. Let the system breathe and protect your fuel vapor components from costly damage. Trick number 14. The 60-second engine mount check that saves thousands. Worn engine mounts are one of the most ignored causes of vibration, harsh idling, and premature driveline wear. Major repair networks report that bad mounts contribute to nearly 20% of drivetrain stress failures. Yet most owners never inspect them until something expensive breaks. The quick home test. Start the engine. Firmly hold the brake. Shift from park to drive, and feel how much the engine rocks forward. Repeat into reverse. If the engine lunges excessively or the steering wheel shakes more than normal, your mounts are shot. Replacing them early, usually $150–300, prevents torn axles, cracked exhaust pipes, stretched hoses, and transmission misalignment. Fix them before the problem spreads. Trick number 13. The modern warm-up rule: forget the old 5-minute idle. Old-school advice to idle a cold engine for 5 to 10 minutes is actually harmful on today's vehicles. Extended idling washes fuel into the cylinders, dilutes the oil, and accelerates wear. The U.S. Department of Energy found that long idling can increase engine wear by up to 2/3 compared to gentle driving. The correct routine: start the car, wait just 20–30 seconds for oil pressure to build, then drive gently. Real-world data from multiple manufacturers shows engines warm up 40% faster and with far less wear when driven lightly versus idling. You'll get fewer cold start knocks, smoother transmission shifts, and better fuel economy in winter. Trick number 12. The coolant reality check. Overheating rarely happens out of nowhere. It's almost always the result of coolant that's been quietly turning acidic and losing its protective additives. Many owners trust the 100,000-mile coolant claim, but neglected coolant raises head gasket failure risk by nearly 40%, according to the International Journal of Automotive Engineering. A simple test: drain a small sample from the radiator. If it's brown, rusty, sludgy, or full of debris, flush and refill immediately. Check for leaks around the radiator, water pump, and hoses. Replace coolant every 30,000–50,000 miles, not 100,000, to stay ahead of corrosion and prevent catastrophic overheating. Stay tuned. The next habits get even more powerful. And one of them, number 5, is the single biggest reason most cars never reach high mileage. If you're serious about making your vehicle last, drop a like and follow for more proven longevity secrets. Let's keep your car running strong for hundreds of thousands of miles. Trick number 11. Only run fuel that fights for your engine. Low-quality gasoline is one of the fastest ways to age your engine prematurely. Modern direct injection GDI engines operate at fuel pressures up to 2,000 psi, and even microscopic deposits from cheap, low-detergent fuel ruin injector spray patterns, coat intake valves, and foul combustion chambers. AAA's fuel quality study revealed that engines running non-top-tier gasoline accumulated up to 19 times more carbon deposits in just 4,000 miles compared to top-tier fuel. The result? Lost power, higher fuel consumption, misfires, and expensive injector or valve repairs. The fix is inexpensive and powerful. Always choose top-tier certified gasoline, brands like Shell, Exxon, Chevron, Costco, BP, etc. Every 3,000–4,000 miles, add a high-quality fuel system cleaner, Techron, BG44K, Redline SI1, etc. Owners of Hyundai, Toyota, BMW, Chevrolet, and many other brands report noticeably smoother, idle, crisper throttle response and better MPG after just one thorough cleaning cycle. Keep your fuel system razor clean. It's the foundation of long engine life. Trick number 10. Master the gentle shift ritual. Your transmission is one of the most expensive components in your vehicle, yet it's incredibly easy to damage with bad habits. Hard shifts, slamming into reverse, or shifting into park while still rolling all send violent shock loads through synchros, clutch packs, and gears. AMCO transmission specialists report that improper shifting habits contribute to over 40% of premature transmission failures, even in relatively low-mileage vehicles. The simple shift smart routine: always come to a complete stop before changing direction. Drive reverse. Pause 1 second before engaging reverse. Never shift into park until the car is fully stopped. This tiny 1-second habit prevents the parking pole and gear sets from grinding under load. Honda Accords, Toyota Camrys, and many other models regularly reach 300,000 plus miles simply because their owners shift smoothly and deliberately. Trick number 9. The carbon cleaning revival. Every GDI owner needs carbon buildup is the #1 silent performance killer in modern direct injection engines. Because fuel is sprayed straight into the cylinders, intake valves never get washed by gasoline like they did in older port-injected engines. Over time, thick carbon layers choke airflow, cause misfires, and rob power and efficiency. SAE studies show that GDI engines can lose up to 10% of power and fuel economy by 50,000 miles due to carbon deposits alone. The proven solution: schedule a professional carbon cleaning every 40,000 60,000 miles, walnut blasting, chemical induction service, or top-tier chemical cleaning. Audi, BMW, Hyundai, Volkswagen, and many turbocharged vehicles benefit dramatically. Early signs include rough idle, flat acceleration, and sudden MPG drops. Don't wait until they become expensive problems. Trick number 8. The Parking Pal Protector, 3-second habit. Most drivers assume the gear selector holds the car when shifted into park. In reality, the tiny metal parking pal inside the transmission is forced to bear the entire weight of the vehicle on inclines, and it wasn't designed for that. When the PAL fails, repairs can easily exceed $900 to $1,500. Transmission shops see this constantly in SUVs and sedans that park in P without using the parking brake. The smarter routine: apply the parking brake first. Let the car settle onto the brakes, then shift into park. This simple 3-second step transfers weight to the brake system instead of punishing the transmission's parking pole. Specialists estimate it reduces pole wear by up to 70%, especially on Hondas, Toyotas, Subarus, and other high-load drivetrains. Trick number 7. Clean grounds. Electrical system insurance. Weak battery terminals and corroded ground cables cause far more mystery electrical problems than most people realize. Slow cranking, erratic sensors, false check engine lights, transmission glitches, and even premature alternator or starter failure. ASE-certified technicians report that nearly 30% of puzzling electrical issues trace back to bad grounds, not faulty parts. The 5-minute fix: every oil change, inspect and clean battery terminals and major ground cables, chassis and engine block connections. Use a wire brush to remove corrosion. Tighten securely and apply dielectric grease. Clean grounds stabilize voltage, protect expensive components, and prevent cold weather hard starts. A $12 cleaning can save you $300 to $900 in alternator or starter repairs. Trick number 6. The 2-minute throttle body reset. After a battery change, jump start, or years of stop-and-go driving, many drivers notice lazy acceleration, unstable idle, rev hang, or delayed throttle response. Often the problem isn't mechanical, it's the ECU's learned adaptive values becoming corrupted. A quick throttle body relearn resets the adaptive memory and forces the car to recalibrate properly. Almost every modern brand, Toyota, Honda, Nissan, BMW, Ford, etc., benefits. The easy procedure: engine off. Turn ignition to on, don't start. Press the gas pedal fully to the floor and hold for 10 seconds. Release pedal, turn ignition off. Start the engine and let it idle for 3 to 5 minutes while it relearns. Many owners report instantly smoother idle and sharper throttle response. No parts replaced. Trick number 5. Coast like a pro. The brake and transmission saver. Slamming the brakes at the last second generates extreme heat. Rotors can exceed 500-degree Veuries, causing glazing, warping, cracking, and accelerated pad rotor wear. Consumer Reports data shows that drivers who brake late replace pads 40% sooner and rotors twice as often as those who ease off the gas earlier. The game changer: lift off the accelerator 5 to 10 seconds earlier when approaching stops, corners, or downhill sections. Engine braking slows the car naturally while keeping brake temperatures much lower. Hybrids like the Toyota Prius and Honda Insight do this automatically. That's why their brake components often last over 120,000 miles. Try it on your next drive. You'll feel the car settle smoothly, the brakes stay cooler, and components last dramatically longer. Trick number 4. The fuel filter warning test. A clogged fuel filter quietly starves your engine of fuel under load. Rust, dirt, and sediment from the tank eventually restrict flow, causing hesitation, stumbling on acceleration, hill climbing weakness, and eventual fuel pump overheating. $600 to $200 repair. Quick self-test. During a hard merge or uphill acceleration, if the engine jerks, hesitates, or feels starved, your filter is likely restricted. Rule of thumb: replace the fuel filter every 30,000 to 50,000 miles, sooner in dusty areas or with older tanks. A $30–50 filter change protects injectors, the pump, and your engine from thousands in downstream repairs. Trick number 3. Brake fluid flush. The life-saving maintenance brake fluid is hygroscopic. It absorbs moisture from the air every day. Within 2 years, moisture content can reach 3%, cutting the boiling point in half. Under heavy braking, downhill traffic, the fluid boils, you lose pedal pressure, and braking performance vanishes. NHTSA studies show contaminated brake fluid is a leading cause of ABS pump failures, often 1,000 plus to replace. Flush and replace brake fluid every 2 to 3 years. Fresh fluid prevents internal corrosion, protects the ABS module, and keeps pedal feel firm and confident. Trick number 2. Never skimp on spark plugs. Cheap or worn spark plugs silently destroy combustion efficiency. Modern engines fire plugs thousands of times per minute. Any weakness causes misfires, poor fuel economy, catalytic converter damage, and overloaded ignition coils. Real-world data shows low-grade plugs can reduce fuel efficiency by up to 30% and trigger expensive catalytic converter or coil pack failures. Rule: use OEM spec or Iridium Platinum plugs and change them on schedule. A $60–100 plug set prevents $900 and $2,000 in downstream repairs and restores crisp acceleration, smooth idle, and better MPG. Trick number 1. The quarter tank rule. Fuel pump longevity secret. Running your tank below a quarter regularly is one of the fastest ways to kill your fuel pump. Gasoline cools and lubricates the pump. Low fuel levels cause it to run 40 degrees hotter, accelerating wear and sucking sediment from the tank bottom into the system. Teardown studies show low fuel pumps fail 30% faster in high-mileage vehicles. The free habit. Keep your tank above 1.4 full whenever possible. It stabilizes pump temperature, prevents fuel starvation on hills, and keeps debris settled harmlessly at the bottom. One simple rule that can save you $600–200 on a fuel pump replacement. And there you have it. 17 brutally honest, data-backed habits that separate cars that die young from those that become legends. If even one of these tips saves you thousands in repairs or adds years to your vehicle's life, drop a like, subscribe, and share your current mileage in the comments. I'd love to hear how far your car has gone and which habit you re-tackling first. Stay tuned for the next deep dive, the fatal oil change mistakes that quietly destroy engines faster than anything else. See you there.